Alright, welcome back to a series of Wonders events. I'm your humble DM Robin, joining us today by Stefan, our human sorcerer Rivani, Nathan, play as Viking, or as my paladin, Kat, play as Tolly, our wood elf rogue, Farco, play as yours, our dragon slayer, and Justin, play as Sentinel, our warforged fighter. So, previously, the team went through a lot in order to get down here, unveil the scheme where the dragon cultists are deploying. They they abused the methyl core, which is a magic device that keep the city going, and abuse it in order to summon the Black Prince, Mrakndotha. The name is really hard, but yeah, the dragon kind of entered through the summoning ritual into this realm, and now they're having a really epic battle, fighting it in order to kind of take it out and preventing it from getting into the city and preventing the city to fall to the ground. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. So right now is Lavinia's turn. I'm gonna turn on some music. And here you are. All right. I hope it's not too loud. Can you guys hear it?
Yep. Yeah, we all hear it.
Okay, cool. Is it too loud? Nope. If it's okay, then yeah.
It's good for me, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So, Lavinia, is currently facing the huge dragon, so she will try to at least stab it. Let's see. Can she maneuver to a better position? Yeah, I think so. She will try to, let's see, dodge and roll in order to get to a better positioning. That's rather harsh for her right now. +3. Okay, not that great. She was trying to dodge over to the other side and managed to get about this part of the area. Alright, and she will try to stab it. So, ooh, a crit. Nice. First roll of the attack. Second roll is a miss. Well, no. Yeah, she doesn't get advantage, so the first one is definitely a hit. That will make it a... No, actual d6. Not bad. Okay. The Black Prince took a severe amount of damage as you see the blade kind of sinks in and kind of cuts a gouging wound on part of its wings. However, the poisonous, the acidic effect on the short sword that she took from the cultist does not do anything, as you see the drop of acid just slide onto the ground, causing no effect on the wings. Yeah. Alright. Lavinia is gonna use her bonus action to try to disengage. Disengage, and how many more steps does she have? Yeah, she can totally dodge over to here. So yeah, that will be it by the end of her turn. Alright, nice. Now be Killian. The cultist mastermind who is currently surrounded by 3 of the adventurers who are trying to stop whatever he's planning. Well, what can he do actually at this point? Let's see. Alright. He's seeing that his master is getting hit repeatedly. So he will try to use let's see. Alright. He'll try this. He sees. Let's see. Sees you, Tolly, and he is gonna cast Hold Monster onto you. As you see the spell kind of inducing like drowsing effect onto your mind, I would like you to make a, I think it's a wisdom save.
Okay, historically bad for me.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
That's
no.
a 2. All right. So you feel this like
Good start.
dizziness that's whirled in your mind as you are now physically locked. Every muscle in your body tensed up, and you are now like. just
Who's doing
can't
that?
do,
Is it this guy?
paralyzed.
The
Yes.
cultist I was just about to stab.
Yes.
Yes.
The cultist, yeah.
Yeah. The
Um,
cultist lead.
Just FYI, he already has a concentration spell, which is banishment. On
No.
Sentinel.
Banishment is already. Hold on.
No, it's a concentration because I was going to stab him to break it.
Yeah, it.
No, I thought
Yeah,
the
it-
banishment is already broken. Let me check.
Not that I remember.
Okay.
Mm,
No, I thought he was still banished.
Okay, then, well, if that's the case,
What's
sorry,
that?
then if that's the case,
Hmm.
he was trying to cast a spell, but then he realized, that the Sentinel is still banished because of his, spells. You know what? He will try to use, let's see, concentration. No, this is also a concentration. Alright, Alright, he
Yeah.
will try to cure his master. As you see, he raised his hand with a glowing light, and he casts. Let's see. Well, if he's cast that, then that'll be his last spell. Shit. Did he use? No, yeah, I know. It's like I'm just checking. I don't want to mess things up. So, fuck. He can't really do anything else. Duration, no. Oh, is it a concentration? Yeah, a lot of spells are. Fuck. He can't do anything. Alright. Prayer of healing. Alright. He will try to heal his master, like I said. This time he will use the spell in order to gain some more master. Let's see.
I don't see Ravani on the tracker.
Okay.
What?
Wait.
Oh. Oh, you're right.
Interesting.
I just disappeared from the tracker for some reason.
That's weird.
You're taking.
What?
Oh, you're taking. Yeah, but yeah.
You know what? I can't
It
remember.
goes Tully, Ravani,
Yeah, I believe you are
Yeah.
on the.
and then me.
Crap.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the chat history. So you're between. I don't know if you're above or below the dragon.
Okay. I will have to say, Farco, please stop using your mouse, because it's leaving dots left and right, and it's really making it hard for me to work on the browser, because the more dots they appear, the harder it gets for the web browser to, to do things.
There's clear all drawings in the. If I recall.
Yeah, I
in
know.
the-
But it's like I have to do it every time, and the text, the image that are marked, they're also gonna be lost. So, fuck. Yeah. All right. In that case, let's just continue. So I will just put Ravani. Ravani, can you roll me a turn like initiative? Just roll,
Okay.
and I will put you between. I believe it's the dragon and Tully, I believe. Sorry, Nathan, you were saying that Ravani was how much?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm just looking at the old tracking, like the. She did something, then then you did something.
Yeah, Cat, I think
So
she's
it's
behind
somewhere in there.
Cat. So yeah, behind Cat. Yes. I will just put. Sorry, go ahead.
And as a reminder, you have haste on me, Rivani.
Yes.
Yeah,
Rivani has
that's right.
haste on you. So I'll put Rivani behind. Yeah.
I'm looking in the history just to kind of look it up, but I'll get you the right number.
Okay, cool. Thanks. In the meantime, the dragon will be healed for 26 hit points. So you see a glow of light as the wounds that you guys are laying down upon the dragon are now like gently sealed up by the bright magic. Well, instead of bright, it looks like a blackened kind of stitches that kind of sew back the wounds like real quick. So, okay. All right, cool. That will be the end of its turn. Oh, it's gonna stay there. So now will be Tully's turn. Tully, what would you like to do?
Alright, I'm gonna move around and flank the cultist leader and take a swing.
Okay, so I will
look up,
just
please.
remind you because you move out of the dragon's.
Okay, it's got a longer range, then I'll disengage from the dragon and
Yes.
shift around.
So he's got a range of 10 feet. So yeah,
Okay.
once you move out, you'll take the. So you take the disengage action using your bonus action. Okay. So the shadow sword kind of plunges itself through the defense of the cultist leader. Roll for damage.
Oh, please unfreeze.
Nice. That will make it really hard for a concentration check. Nice. So, he took the sword into his. You plunge the sword into his abdomen, and he will now try.
16 or higher,
to
con
make-
save, baby.
Yeah. So, like half. That means 16.
16.
Yes.
Mhm.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right. Nope. He definitely fails. So you see, as he relinquish his spell, the sentinel just pops back from the other side and just reemerge, standing right next to the cultist leader. All right, job well done, and that will be the end of your turn.
Yep, done.
All right. All right, now will be Rakndorsa's turn. Now he's gonna look down upon, well, you, Viking, and then aware of all the, well, annoying pests that are around his loyal servant. He will try to move in and try to take a bite, swing, and wing attack on all three of you separately. Let's see.
I get to hit him though, right?
Yes, you get to hit him, definitely. Roll for your opportunity attack.
Oh,
Nice. All right. As he turned around, he left a great opening onto his back, so you took that chances and slammed your hammer right into his back, dealing. All right. Nice. 18 points of bludgeoning damage as the hammer sinks into his spine. The dragon kind of looks around at you. He's pretty injured at this point. However, he still has the strength to attack upon your friends. So bite. All right. This first one will be for Father Dwayne. Second one will be for Sentinel, and third one will be for Tully. So bite, claws. Holy shit! I've been rolling high today. All right, all three attack hits because they're all above 20. So Father Dwayne is gonna take. Ooh, shit. You see the claw kind of sinks in as he was trying to, like, dodge and sidestep out of the way, The bite leaves a gouging mark onto Father Dwayne's chest. Yeah, dealing a large amount of damage. So.
We established it doesn't take any necrotic damage, right?
Well, who?
Last round, because I did
Yes.
something.
Oh,
I
you
can't
mean
remember if
for
it
the
was
dragon?
Shroud.
Yes. For the dragon, it doesn't take in any necrotic damage.
Okay. Yeah, no, because
Mhm.
technically I think I would get to add the necrotic damage to
Mhm.
that.
I know. Yeah, because last time you definitely
Yeah,
tried.
but
that.
it does nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't apply. So, for Sentinel, you take 19 points of slashing damage as the claw kind of like slam into your chest. You were unaware of what is happening currently because you just got back from God knows where and you got gouged and slashed. And for for our beloved rogue, you only take 10 points of slashing damage, as the second damage dice is pretty low. But anyway, yeah. So the attacks are done. The dragon, yeah. That will be the end of his turn. Alright, he will not use his legendary action. Not this turn. Viking, you're up. What would you like to do?
Wait, so how
gonna
much damage
close-
did I take?
10. You
10,
take
okay.
10.
Yeah, so I'll have
Sentinel-
that because I was
yeah,
thinking about.
yes. Sentinel took 19, and Father Dwayne took more. But, yeah. Alright.
I'm going to. I think we established last time with the Dracolich I could use. It's not like a full grapple, but I could like knock its haunch or something.
Yes, you get to knock it kind of prone onto the ground.
Yeah, like leg sweep kind of thing with my
Yes.
shield. So I'm gonna do that first with my bonus
Alright.
action.
That will be a strength counter strength check.
Yeah. Strength
Uh,
or athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, he doesn't have athletics. Was it?
Come
was
on,
it a
he
s-
run. He
was it a
runs every.
save? Sorry, was it a save?
No, it's athletics or acrobatics. It's one of
Okay,
those
cool.
two.
Yeah, so he doesn't have athletics, but he will use his strength. Okay, a 24. So he fails by inches. As you slam the shield onto his wings, he tried to smack you away with its tail, but he doesn't realize that you deflected into a way that like tipped him over, and he is now prone to the ground.
I am going to. Shouldn't turn your back on an enemy.
Yeah.
So, 24
Nice.
hit.
That definitely hits. Roll for damage.
And
9 points of bludgeoning damage. Nice. As the
I'm-
hammer sinks in, you kind of smack on its tail. It doesn't do much, but the dragon is now pretty annoyed. All right, radiant damage.
with an
nice.
extra 11 points for my divine smite.
Yeah, nice. So 8, 10, 11 or 14, because I'm seeing another.
Unless he's a fiend,
Okay.
he takes a
Yeah,
fiend takes
no.
an extra 3.
So 11.
So
yeah.
it's 11, 20
Yeah.
damage in total.
20 damage in total. As you smite him, you realize. You realize he seemingly took more damage than you meant to dealt, and all right, he is now kind of injured, and he is now not happy looking at you. What would you like to do? Second swing?
My second swing,
That
21,
definitely hits. Roll for damage. Nice.
12.
12.
And now
that's
I'm reading, according to Divine Smite, there is no limitations on how many times I can use this per round.
it. Yeah,
So
you can like burn through all your slots. So, yeah.
That's another
Yeah.
11 points, so 11 radiant, 12 bludgeoning, and then my hasted action.
Yes.
Going to-
First smite? Alright. So you smite left and right and plunge your weaponry into the dragon's body as you
Can I smite on this one because it's like
you
not?
can totally.
Okay.
It goes along with your attack, so even if you're hasted, you can still smite it.
Oof.
All right, nice.
14.
Jeez.
That's a lot of damage. Hold on.
I
Let me
can
just.
calculate that.
Yeah, I need to calculate that. 16, so 8.
21.
Yeah.
That's 37 bludgeoning, and then
I
11,
need
11,
a
11.
calculator. Sorry. It just my
Is
math is not catching on
20
today.
26 at radiant and
Plus, what spell slots are you utilizing? Was it
for the first two, it
third
was
level?
the second class,
Okay,
or
nice.
second level, and then the last one was a level 1.
plus 15? Okay. Ooh, yeesh. All right. You dealt a significant blow onto his body. He is now on his last leg. As you can see, each time you smite, the burning energy kind of burns through the darkness, causing it to be more fragile each smite you strike onto it. Yeah, so it's not looking great at this point.
That's my turn.
Yeah, that will be the end of your turn. And now it'll be Rivani's turn. Rivani, you see your friends like dealing significant amount of damage onto the dragon. What would you like to do?
All right. I'm going to. If I move up to here, I would be able to have range on them, right?
You move up to here. Yes, you would definitely have range on him. Yes.
Right. Okay. All right. So seeing that, I'm going to move into firing position, and I'm going to pile on that damage by using my last remaining third level spell slot on to cast Scorching Ray.
All right. All right. Oh. Right. Okay. That would be a miss. Oh, hold on. He will be on the ground, so that will be a hit. Nice. So, nice. Yes. So
Ooh.
all 3 rays hits. Yes.
Yeah,
I
that's a
know.
lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Holy
damage.
shit. 20, 13, so 33, 40. 40 total. That's a lot of damage. As you see, Viking, you were slamming into it, but the dragon was still standing until like streams of fire beam energy kind of totally avoid you and just slam into the dragon, using you as a sight blocking cover, and manage to fool the dragon's attention and slam all into the dragon's body, dealing a significant amount of damage. Nice. However, the dragon is still standing at this point. You can see like its wings shattered, its tooth you even the beam, the scorching ray even smack out 2 of its teeth, but it's still standing. It's like barely, but still. All right. Is that all? By the way, roll me a 1d20 for your
Oh, that's right.
wild magic. 2.
2.
So
Close.
close.
So close. But yeah.
And then I'm gonna use a little more of my movement to get into cover here.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. That will be the end of your turn. As you finish your spells, you duck into the cover. All right. Now will be our Sentinel's turn. Sentinel, you just got back. You're almost down, but you're still standing. What would you like to do?
Ooh. Did we have a short rest?
No.
Or no? So,
Yeah.
dang, I'm missing a lot of my stuff that would give me some HP. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, gotta do what Sentinel does best. Great sword, and he's gonna
Yes.
smack this cultist right in front of the
Go
face.
ahead. Do it.
I'm not gonna do great weapon fighter because I
Mhm.
assume this guy has a really decent AC. So
Yeah.
yikes.
Oh, yikes.
Oh no.
It was still on the ground, but the sword kind of misses him entirely. 2 swings, all miss. As the blade just sinks into the ground. The dragon now is doing like dodge roll maneuver. It's hard to imagine that such a big creature can do that.
The
did.
cultist, not the dragon.
Oh, sorry, the dragon. Well, oh, onto the cultist
Cultist.
leader? Sorry,
Yeah,
my bad. But
Oh yeah.
that's
I
Yeah,
still
feel
a
like
mess.
yeah. I
Uh,
think he's still
yeah.
dodge rolling. So
Yeah. Yeah, the
I-
cultist
I-
leader bash
Yeah.
your great sword with his staff.
this is my last fighting spirit for what
Yes.
it seems, and I get 5 temporary. It's okay. So I have 15 HP. We
Yeah.
got this.
You still got
That's
it.
that's my turn.
All right, that'll be the end of your turn. By the way, I forgot to say this because you guys are still frightened. So roll me a wisdom save, or else you'll have to move further away from the dragon in order to avoid his sight. All right, you definitely did it, Tully. You managed to shake off the effect. Sentinel, you're still under the effect.
no, not so much.
Yes, you're still under the shocking effect, and that will be the end of your turn. So by the end of your turn, you need to move away from the dragon in order to avoid him in your sight.
So
Actually, I don't think so with him. Didn't we talk about this last session where he was in another plane?
Yeah,
He
but now,
lost the effect.
yeah, but now
Like he wouldn't be frightened anymore because he wasn't in the aura. When he came back, he had the 24-hour immunity.
Hold on. We were talking about does construct have immunity in this?
Yeah, but when he was off in the
He-
other world, he could still do his checks and stuff.
Yeah, but
or-
he failed on his turn when he was in.
Oh, I
the
thought he passed
round.
that.
Yes, and it only passed one round, and then Tully kind of stabbed the Killian and in the stomach, and he's broken free. So.
I'm
yeah,
not
it's still
immune.
under 1 minute, so yeah, you'll.
The only thing I'm immune of is disease.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you are still. Sorry. At the end of. Okay. You don't have to run away. My bad. But you are frightened. You are still frightened at this round, and yeah, that'll be the end of your turn. Or would you like to move away?
I'll stay where I am. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. TD's up. So Father Tobias Dwayne is gonna try his best. Senpai Cyberlife. Yeah. Father Dwayne is gonna do what he does best, which is punching the seemingly greater threat of Killian, because the dragon is about to die, and you guys got Lavinia on your back. Nice. Second attack will hit. That will be an unarmed strike. However, he will burn through two. Well, hold on. Yeah, he'll burn through another point of his key in order to do flurry of blows. Okay, so still miss. Miss. Alright. That will take damage. Alright. Okay. Nice. Alright. So you see like only 2 blows landed. The cultist leader is surprisingly agile, but the 2 attack is like really hard and like just strike into the core, as you can clearly hear like some bone is probably fractured as his fist meets the cultist leader's arms. Yeah. Nice. Alright. And he will try to stay there in order to not get attacked by the dragon with opportunity. And Lavinia is gonna try to duck in and try to finish the cultist leader before he has any shots to do anything. And that will be a hit. Nice. because of surrounding, and she's got advantage. That means more. Holy shit! Why is it so many ones? Fuck, 2. All right. Fuck, ones. Dang it! It's like all 1s and 2s. What the fuck? All right.
Oh.
All right. Lavinia is gonna. Shit, but. However, the cultist leader does take in the acidic damage as okay, not that bad, but still. All right. You see, she like drive her dagger right through where Father Dwayne just punched, and the dagger just sinks in, and the venom just pours inside, and you heard the cultist leader kind of double back, is like, "As you, I'll annihilate all of you," and that will be the end of her turn. She will use her bonus action in order to dodge into the shadow again, doing disengage from all of them. All right.
When the leader says that from the other side of the dragon, I'm like laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
Just
Alright.
like maniacal laugh.
Yes, and he's like, "Laugh all you want. My turn." And now will actually be his turn. He will do one thing. He will do. Alright. He will do one thing that could. Holy shit. Alright. You see a wave of dark energy rise from his palms, and as he disperses the energy, the flow kind of transfers through his body and also into his master as well, healing a large amount of heals. Okay. Alright, so you see the dragon was on its last leg until now, and the enormous amount of healing kind of stitch his wings back together at least, and his claws are now cracks into the right position. Alright, he still looks rough, but significantly better than before. Alright, and he will use his bonus action. What can he do? Actually, he's gonna use his bonus action to try to, because you guys are so close together, he's gonna try to stab you, Tolly, with the bonus action dagger. What's your AC at this point?
15.
That would be a hit. That's just barely, but it hits.
Mm-hmm.
You take 11 plus 1, so 8. Ooh. Yeesh. That's a large amount of damage. 12, 20, 27. You take 27
Where's
points.
all your ones now?
Oh
Yeah,
my
I know.
God.
You can definitely go check. I'm rolling out. Fuck.
Ow.
Yeah,
Wow.
ow. Yeah, that's a lot. Fuck. Yeah. Alright, so the dagger kind of sinks in, and he do a cutthroat sign to you, Tolly, and then that will be the end of its turn. Tolly, you're up.
I'm still flanking, so.
Yes, so 19. Go ahead, roll for damage. Yeah.
No.
Nudge. Alright, 27 points. An eye for an eye. What can I say? The exact amount of damage. Alright, as he smirks at you, you like strike through like the other side of his stomach and dealing the exact same amount of damage. So yeah.
It was like the same time he stabs me, I was stuck. I'm just like, damn it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then smite and nice. Is that all?
I can't do much, I guess. Disengage and drop back a bit.
Okay. So you can disengage if you want into this distance, and you can disengage them both and hiding into the tunnel if you want, or here.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
totally
well,
fine. It's up to you.
That's where Lavinia went. So I'd follow her.
Okay, cool. So
I'll just leave my token there because that's where, as far as I can see, it's still black for me. For everywhere else.
Cool.
Yeah.
I will review partially of this area. So it's more of a like more heavier tunnel delve in, and you can
Yeah.
still go inside if you want. All right. Is that all? That will be the end of your turn.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool. Now will be the dragon's turn. Dragon back on its feet. Before we start, that's amazing. All right. So you heard the familiar sound, Viking, as the dragon take a really, really deep breath and spews at you. And I don't think Rinvani will be affected, but the angle is about correct. I'll just say, Rinvani, you don't have to, because you're ducking behind the collar. Yeah.
Alright.
You know what? Roll me a concentration check. Sorry. No. Constitution. Sorry. Constitution check. Just check. Not save, not anything, just to see if you take a whiff of the dragon's breath. Alright.
Alright.
Yep, you don't take anything.
Uh.
You hold your breath the moment the dragon spews its breath. Alright, Viking, you take,
What's the save though?
make a dexterity save. Ooh.
No, wait. That's
13? No, 12. No, 11?
No.
You get
I
a
have
plus-
advantage because of haste, so it's 15.
Okay, cool. Still, that just missed by 1 because the dragon is really, really close to you. As the acidic spread, like breath, spew onto you, you take times half. 7, so 10. You take 31 points of combined damage. That's already reduced the necrotic, so that's the total sum. Already reduced the necrotic. Yeah. So 31
So 30.
points of damage.
31.
Yes, 31 in total. All right. And that will be the end of its turn. Let's see. All right. That will be the end of its turn. That's it. All right. Viking, you're up.
I'm still laughing at this
Mhm.
point.
You're coughing and laughing. Oh, by the way, sorry, I forgot to say this. The dragon used half of its movement to stand back up. So if
Okay.
you want to
I
knock
would
him prone,
Try and knock it first.
you can try this first because you would know this. Yes,
25.
and he will try to make a save. Yeah, he will try to make a athletic. You know what? No, it's not a resistant, right? No, it's not.
No,
a
it's not a
resistant.
save.
Yeah, it's not a save.
would be
Yeah,
straight-
so yeah,
straight.
he totally fails. As you knock him, as you sweep him prone again, the dragon is now furious.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you want me to reroll the damage?
No, you don't
24?
have to. You don't have to re-roll the attack. You can roll for
Okay.
damage. Yes.
There's that one.
11.
There's that one.
Nice. Nice.
And
Both attack lands. With a
that one.
bang.
With all
Nice.
24s.
Yeah. 5.
And the last time I actually let the hammer go,
Nice.
so it hits him like square in the jaw,
nice.
and I want to do the thunder strike thing.
That is gonna affect yourself as well. You sure?
He's huge though.
Yeah, but you were really close, like I said. It's gonna affect you as well because you're right in front of him. You sure you want to do this?
Yeah, it's what kind of save was it again? It was con save.
Let me just pull it on. Yes, I believe so. treasure. Hammer of Thunderbolts. Expend 1 charge. Yeah. Yeah, con save. It's a con save.
No, it's okay. I'll just hit him. That's
Okay.
fine.
So you
I
don't.
won't throw it either. I'll just
Okay.
hold it.
Okay, cool. That will be the end of your turn.
Yes.
All right, cool. You after landing 3 hits, you stand your ground. All right.
It's what is it? 42?
Yeah, 40 total.
42 damage, bludgeoning.
No.
11,
sorry, 42.
16,
Yes.
and
11,
15?
16. Yeah, 42 total. 27. Yeah, 42 total. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Riveni, you're up. You managed to duck out of the way and hold your breath when you heard
Yeah.
the familiar sound. What would you like to do?
Okay, so after like letting go of my breath, I'll just move up here as I sort of do like a tactical roll out of cover, and I'm gonna use the last remaining spell slot I have left to throw a magic missile, some magic missiles at him.
All right, do it. All right. As the darts like automatically hits and slams into the body, the beams tear through the wings and just landed onto its head. You heard the
Nice.
voice kind of screams, "No! I will come back for you. Descent, you are one. You are her, Descent. I will come back for you." And you see like the beams tear through the wings, the body, the entirety of everything, actually. And the portal that was once closed, you were not able to see, now at the statue, is now reopened as black strings of like ribbons of energy kind of swirls around and ties like just strongly onto the already broken part of Mrakendosa. And he was kicking and screaming, trying really hard to get away from that. He managed to kick away the ribbons as for now and managed to rip it off from the chest. It's like, yes, you can't take me, you can't send me back. I will stand guard here. I will eat you alive. And he managed to pull through but you can tell that his wings were like brightened with like dark and like bright, kind of in a weird way. As the ribbons are gone and the portal's closed, you see that his bodies are now like down to a smaller scale, like as if his essence been pulled away from him. His body size shrinked for a bit. It's like you can see it with your eyes, like visually. He actually shrink down to size, and now he doesn't look that good. Like I said, a lot of damage over his body, but he's still standing there.
As I sort of see this, I sort of just shout back out, at least I'm not the one who's shrinking, and I'll immediately go back behind cover.
All right, Sentinel, you're up. You see the dragon shrink down in front of your own eyes. What would you like to do?
All right. This guy is still here, right?
Yes, he's still there. He's still standing.
Okay, let's see if Sentinel can actually hit. I'll hit the cultist, not the dragon.
Yes. Go ahead.
Alright. Come on, I have +8. You're better than this.
Nice. That definitely hits.
Nice. Oh, extra nice.
Nice. So 2 slams right into the cultist's body. Would you like to do anything else? As the sword. Holy shit. All right.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
the cultist standing on its ground as the great swords land down. He can only do but a mere no, and as the great sword cuts him right into half, he just
Thanks.
slumps to the ground, and he's now gone.
And dead.
All right, is that all? That will be the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's all I can do. I'm just a
Alright.
fighter.
Cool. Alright. Father Dwayne is gonna try to do his best to pummel. Yeesh. It's like he was yelling and kicking as he like shout to the dragon, "Go back where you came from, fiend!" And however, yeah, all 4 attack misses as the fist kind of dodged through his body and yeah, just misses it entirely. He will stand his ground. That's all he can do. Vinya is gonna try to duck over and throw the. Actually, no. He's gonna charge in, try to stab it. Fucking miss. Alright. Fuck. She can't do much as she missed already. She will duck back using her bonus action. Tully, you're up.
Okay, so is the dragon short enough to parkour onto now?
Yes. It's definitely short enough for you to at least try to do that.
Could I, please?
Go ahead. Do it.
That's acrobatics check?
Yes, acrobatics.
Oh
For
god,
that.
please don't crit fail me today.
Nice.
Oh, I'm okay. Okay.
Nice. You just leap and jump and step onto partially the extruding bones on his spine and just leap onto his head. What would you like to do?
Down.
Nailed it, son of a bitch. All right.
Please,
Go
please,
ahead,
please,
do it.
please, please.
He's prone
That's-
still.
Yes, he's prone still, so that gives you advantage. That definitely hits. Roll for damage. All right. With a loud thump, it's like no, 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 and the blade just sinks right through its skull. As a loud thump, you see his head just kind of expand a little bit. It doesn't like burst into brain fluid or anything, but
Fractures.
yeah, just fractures, and he's like tongue sticks out as he gently falls to the ground.
Oh no.
Yes, you now defeated Rakendorsa, the Black Prince. To your surprise, his body didn't end up back into, got dragged back into the portal. You think he cut ties with wherever he's from and trying to remain here as hard as he can be, but he is now defeated. Alright. Yeah.
Not anymore.
I
Not
was like,
anymore.
oh my god. That's a long and hard battle. Alright, so you guys are now out of the initiative orders. As Lavinia kind of slumps to the ground and is like, are we? Is it really dead?
I think so. Is everyone okay? Sound off.
I'm okay. We did it.
I walk over to the dragon's head, pull out my semi-sealed fate, and start hacking its head off.
Alright. With semi-sealed fate, you just slice it off like cutting through hot butter. Like cutting through butter with a hard knife. Just like slice it off like nothing.
I'm eyeing up the dragon's head and the size of the bag of the holding, and I'm like,
I
Are
don't-
you
moving
trying
over
to
with my
stuff
hand.
the dragon head inside?
I'm eyeing up whether or not it's gonna fit.
No, I would tell you, like right now, it's not gonna fit through the tiny, tiny bag.
Yeah, I sort of look at him when he's doing that.
Yeah.
You know,
And
that's-
as you
that's
are
not gonna
trying
fit.
to lift the dragon head up, roll me for a strength check. The head is still huge. The head is about your size, your body size. Nope.
No, I'm not lifting it yet. I'm like, you know how you kind of eye something up and you're looking
Yes.
at one,
Yeah,
looking at
I
the other.
know.
It's like,
Yeah. No.
I am gonna take a bunch of crap off the dragon though. I want his horns.
All right. So,
Much money we gonna
loot
make
time.
with
All right.
this
In that case, I will like Viking you to roll for a.
I will
let's
assist
see.
him.
Yeah, I know. He will have advantage. I'm just checking. What should
Most times it's
he
survival
be
check when you're
rolling?
trying to skin an animal.
That's an animal, but this will be a combined check because
Yeah.
you were saying like you try to cut through, like stuff that you can utilize, right? In the future, you try to harvest something you can.
yeah.
We want to sell
Yes.
it, so
So, in that case, you will roll first a survival, definitely. Second, you will roll an Arcana check to determine which part is important. Actually, Arcana check first, or investigation, your pick. All right.
Arcana.
You will have advantage because someone is assisting you,
22.
and then survival.
While that's going on, I actually wanted to
11.
see if I can
11.
harvest some of its teeth as well.
All right. I was counting Viking harvest everything, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, because like you guys can work simultaneously. However, the next one will have a higher difficulty in order to do that because he's harvesting stuff. You're harvesting.
I'm thinking
stuff.
of like pretty much everything. I want toes.
Yeah.
I'm like, dragon toes are not
All right.
common. I'm
Yeah.
in this world.
You get the following items. First, you get a pair. Well,
Give me
one
sec so I
side
can
of the
open
horn.
bag of holes.
One side of the horn, as you cut off the right side of the horn is perfectly harvest, but the other side you managed to damage it as you were like trying to chisel it away with like.
I'm gonna call it one dragon horn shards, one whole dragon horn. You're not talking, Robin. We can't hear you.
Yeah, you're muted.
Your mic is muted. We can see the red light.
Okay, hold on.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
There you are.
Okay, cool. That's weird. I didn't press mute.
So one whole dragon
yeah,
horn,
one
whole,
black.
one horn dragon.
Actually, your Arcana check can tell one thing. This is not normal black dragon. Maracandorsa is, in fact, a shadow dragon that's turned from a black dragon. So, write down you harvest one shadow dragon horn, well, shadow/black dragon horn. Yeah, that's why he can do the necrotic damage as well as the acidic damage. Yes. All right, and you harvest about. He's got about a round of 40 tooth. You harvest about 11 of them. So write down 11 dragon teeth. Yeah.
Okay.
Remember to just comma the part which part it is from, like shadow/black dragon. Yeah. From now on, I'll just talk about dragon. It's fine.
Yep.
Yeah. Just remember to mark that down. Okay.
The bag of
And
holding.
then the let's see. You harvest the dragon's scales, like about let's see. About 3 pounds of dragon scales, which is a lot. Yeah, the ones that are not damaged. So with that, you estimate you can probably make about 3 piece of armor that are made of this dragon scale. All right, or 2 large shield, whatever you want. All right. Then in that case, what else? Okay. You harvest this weird looking pointy kind of bones, like it's not bones, like pointy kind of shard from the part near its heart. Just write down black shadow/black dragon shard from the heart. That's it.
Is the gray gnome here still hanging around? By the way?
Yeah, your deed known friend Vor is still
Gnome,
lying
yeah.
on the ground. He is unconscious, by the way, because he's been tossed out. Like necrotic energy flow through him. He's
Ah,
unconscious.
Okay.
Right?
Anyone search the
I don't
the-
think so.
shit disturber? And I point over to the cultist leader.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have a look. Anyone
Alright.
want help?
I'll come give you a hand.
All right. Roll me an investigation check.
Ooh, statistically not good.
Yes.
I'm probably best at those.
Then you'll want to take it.
I have a +4.
Nice. All right. You pat down the dragon cultist leader's body, and you find, let's see, one. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, not on this page. No, you're not. And here.
Is his cloak any good?
His cloak is tattered.
Then I wipe my hands in his cloak.
Yeah.
As I like with dragon blood all over it.
Yeah, it's more like a ceremonial cloak rather than magic. However, you do get this. You find a dragon tooth dagger on its body. It's fashioned from the tooth of a dragon. The blade is obviously a fang, as the handle is like wrapped around with wooden carved like kind of handle, as well as leather wrapped around the hood. Yeah, and for
I get
that,
totally right away.
yeah,
I hold it like this thing hurt a lot.
yeah, and with that dagger, you get +1 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls as well. And when you hit with this weapon, the target takes an extra 1d6 acidic damage. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
Better
money
be
or
on our
anything?
hands than his.
Yeah. With that,
+1 dagger, 1d6 acid.
yeah, just when you attack with it, you get a +1d6 extra damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Every time you hit. All right. So, also, you find a ring of protection on its body. As you can definitely tell, the ring kind of glows in glistening light. Viking. You can definitely find that. Yeah.
Right now, I'm like it looks fancy. I'm like, we need to look at this after.
Mm-hmm.
God only knows what this guy does.
All right.
So I'll throw it in the bag
Okay.
because we
And-
don't know it's a protection ring. We just know it's a magical ring, right?
Ring of protection is kind of easy to recognize. Does any one of you have a cloak of protection?
I do.
Then you
Not
will
me.
know. It's
Oh, okay.
like a
I'm
really
like, this looks like my cloak.
yeah, it's like a really similar symbol to your cloak, so you would know.
Yeah, this is this makes you harder to hit.
Yes, definitely.
that.
And as for the amount of gold, roll me hold on, roll me 1d12. All right, 1d12. So, yeah, 12.
8.3.
Yes.
Slide that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not looking good. All right.
20, right? That's
You
something
get
similar. Come on.
you get 300 gold pieces as you loot through his body, and also roll me a 1d4.
At the 4.
Nice. In that case, you get 2 gems, one obsidian, like kind of rock, and the other one is a fiery ruby. They each worth 500 gold pieces in the market,
Ooh.
which is good. All right.
Roll 20 is even lagging for me just typing in the bag of holding, by the
I
way.
know. Today is like the server.
Uh-oh.
I think it's something happened to their server. It's not on our side. Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate, but you guys are doing really well. However, as you look, Ruveni, as you look to the other side, through the tunnel, you notice that the statue is still kind of half. Well, albeit it's like kind of getting better. As you can tell, the darkness from the statue is like gradually reducing. The statue is still not fully crystallized, like fully like translucent, as one would say. It's still half of its body is still covered in darkness. Yes. What's the survival for?
I was debating whether or not I was going to try and take the cultist leader's jawbone or something. Maybe worth. But with a 1, I'm like, I don't know if I have the skill to do
Nope.
this.
No.
Yeah, no.
You definitely don't want to get that. He's
You never
old.
know.
He's an old man. Just you don't want to carry him around. No.
Just his hand, like,
Yeah. The hand of glory. Whatever.
actually, he's a leader, right?
Yes.
Oh, I chop his head off.
All right. You chop his head off with ease.
Sure.
I'm going to put it in the bag of holding.
You can.
We got to show the guard, like, what the fuck
I know,
has been
but the
rolling
bag of
around down here.
holding is now at its full capacity. I would say, sadly.
There's,
with
like, hair just...
no,
out
with all the
the end of
dragon.
the-
Yeah, with all the
Yeah, like-
dragon loot and your loot found from the cultist leader. Yeah.
I like it was so at capacity the hair doesn't quite fit, so it's sticking
Yeah.
out like that.
You're trying to stuff it in, and the bag of holding is like, nope, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
it's
eat
just,
that.
it's fine. Nobody paid attention to that. It's good.
Yeah.
As I'm sort of looking down, I am gonna sort of call back to the others, sort of saying, I don't mean to interrupt the rest of you guys, but I think that I think the rest of our friends at the statue could use our help. Could
Running.
still use our help.
Running.
All right. You all run towards the statue.
Has
yours,
the
by
shaking
the way.
stopped, by the way?
The sense of losing gravity is feeling better, but you cannot tell for certain whether or not it's stopped. Yours. Sorry. You were there the whole time as they were having their battle against the dragon cultist. You were standing there, looking at the dragon statue. As part of your already bathed bloodline, kind of gently hums with the statue as well, and you also heard this kind of weak and gentle voice saying, "Please help me." It's almost near as a whisper at this point. However, you can hear as the statue is, as the ritual has been performed. What would you like to do at this point? Yours.
Yeah, I think I'll approach the statue.
Okay, you approach the statue. How far do you get close towards it?
I'll just get right up to it, you know.
All right. As you
Like
walk
face to
right up
face.
to the stairs, the scenery suddenly changes, as from the dark and damp underground into this kind of like the identical garden that was from the place above. Well, you haven't been through the whole Court of Serenity yet. However, you do heard from when you were within cells that there's a large garden on top of it, and strangely, you just feel like this must be it. The entirety of the garden is surrounded, like the surrounding is like the garden. It looks great. However, the darkness that covers the sky was like a dome that wraps around the gardens entirely, leaving only the center of like 20 feet radius that is unscathed and intact. You try to move forward, and then you see this kind of like a tiny dragon. It's like almost just a human size. The dragon, like compared to other dragon size, it's like really tiny, and it's like crystallized. The entire body is made by various kind of crystals that shines in different kind of light. However, this light is mostly covered by this aura of like gray energy that was dampening it. And you heard the voice saying, "Please, I need help."
Yeah, I'll get
What would you
closer
like
to
to
this crystal dragon.
Okay, you approach it. What would you like to do? The dragon just continuously like rechanting that towards you.
Oh, so it's talking to me?
You think it's talking to anyone who can
But
enter.
it's the dragon that's talking.
Yeah, the dragon itself is the one talking.
Does it look like it's binded or something? Does it need to,
It looks like it's binded entirely, as the like
by what?
the gray kind of energy ribbons that were like surrounding its body.
Oh, so there's ribbons on it.
Yes.
I got that crystal dagger, so I guess I'll cut off these ribbons.
Okay. Roll me roll me 6 attacks.
Sure, give me a sec. I don't actually have a dagger. Do you mind if I use my longsword? Does the damage matter?
Just slash roll 1d20, and then plus whatever your dexterity modifier or strength modifier is, because it's a finesse weapon. You can use either or.
Okay. Strange. Hold on.
Let's see. Should be okay.
My sheet's not open.
Let's see. Oh, so it's a +2. Okay, cool. Yeah.
But I can use
+7.
like my charisma modifier instead.
Oh, right. Yeah, because you are using. So it's a +4, right? Hold on.
Yep, +3, which is the problem.
So +4 with your charisma modifier. Where's the 7 from? Sorry, 2 plus
proficiency.
4, right? Yeah. 3. Okay.
Proficiency +4.
Okay. Cool. 3 plus 4. Nice. All right. So, you managed to slide through like 4 of the ribbons as the dagger kind of like slice, glowing in bright light. Each time you strike, you feel this like healing kind of force that's transferring through from the dagger through your body. With each strike, roll me like 64. Sorry, slash roll. Just roll the dagger damage each time you dealt with it. Just for 1d4 plus. I believe this is 4. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 4.
40.
4. Yeah. Just roll total of 44 plus 4. Alright, 1, 5, 10, 18, and 24. Alright, you are healed 24 hit points at this point, and you see the the gray ribbons that were tied around the body of the crystallized dragon is now broken. Most of it is now broken. There's only one sorry, there's only two left. One that's tied really harsh around its neck. The other one like kind of bolted its tail into the ground. With all your tries, you can't seem to break them open. And at this point, let's go back to the rest of the group. The rest of the group, like kind of finishes the dragon, and then kind of enters near the statue. You see, the ritual is still ongoing. As for now, the bishop is sorry. Go ahead.
I typed earlier what Renee was doing right before she follows the others to the statue. So.
I saw that. So
yeah.
Okay. Ruveni kind of as you guys walk forward, Ruveni kind of puts Vor into a better position on the ground and having Bright Eyes to like transform into the homuncular form in order to stand guard. And Father Dwayne is gonna stand there as well because he doesn't think he can do much help around.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So as you guys are surrounding the statue, you see the energy is still kind of like a cross, channeling from one body into the statue to another. So it's like, hold on, let me just draw a picture, which will be a better description. Right now, sorry, come on. All right, fuck it. Yeah. Doesn't allow me to do things. Alright, so each of them at their chest there is a cord of kind of energy, and then a string that like stretches out from the cord into the statue as all of them are standing there, kind of like trying to maintain the ritual. Frederick is like standing impatiently around, trying to like guard them from any unknown threats. As you guys approach, he kind of quickly approaches you guys and says, "Is it dead? Are we done?"
It looks dead.
Yeah, we
hacked it up.
Then how is the fuck? I hate this magic stuff. So any of you know how to do this? I mean, they've been like this for the past minutes or so, and with the dragon dead, I assume they would have to come back to consciousness.
Did the bishop give you any further instructions?
He
other
was
than
just
don't let anyone touch us?
so keep out any kind of threats that would come around us, and I did kick a few, the shadow thingy, the shadow warriors, and then that's about it. I mean, they were not touched, but I don't think they look that good. I mean,
so we're trying to stop this ritual.
I mean,
I think we want it to finish. Is there a way we can help? How did they? And I'm just gesturing at the magic, just like how?
Yeah. So I don't fully know. The bishop only leaves me this a scroll. He said, if anything emergency happen, then just use this. But I think it's more like a evacuation strategy more than anything. So I don't know. For that, Ruveni, you notice that the ribbons that stretches out are like the color of blood, and you kind of reminded that all the blood crystal that was lying around the whole area, and with that, you kind of recognize partially from your study and partially from what this is all about. They were trying to reperform the ritual that kind of sustained the mythal, like kind of binds the city and the land together. However, in doing so, they would each have to give part of their essence in order to kind kind of erase the what was tamed, what was contaminated, and then in order to like kind of purify it, the statue again. This is part of the blood magic that you saw before.
Yeah, I will.
Yes.
I convey that sort of saying. Oh, I get it. This is a ritual where they're trying to give some of their life force to try and cleanse whatever corruption is left.
Yes, but from what you can tell, like the ritual right now, it's like just if you guys manage to kill the dragon, it should have ended. Like they shouldn't have, because the poison that was induced into the statue should not have left when the dragon is defeated.
I looked at Tully. I'm like, you want me to stop this?
I don't want them to get hurt. I don't know what will happen to them if we just suddenly shut it off.
You think this has something to do when he cut off those, when the dragon cut off those things that were trying to drag him into the portal? Did him breaking the link cause something to muck up, or?
I don't know. Maybe
Rennie?
Vor might know. Has he woken up yet?
All right.
Not since the last time. When I first
You
saw him,
haven't
he was
cured him.
unconscious.
You haven't cured him, so yeah, he's unconscious at this point.
I'm like holding stab wounds, like yeah.
Yeah.
I have one.
Yeah, no,
healing
it's okay. So I'm like, if this is blood magic, I'm already bleeding.
Yeah.
I can bleed on things.
Yeah.
What, like, if we stop it, how much worse is it going to be of us stopping it
I don't
versus
know.
them giving their life essence to this thing? And I'm like,
I know, but like it's. If we stop it, is there a chance the city will fall? Because that means we die either.
no, I'm sure that
Rennie?
wouldn't happen.
You definitely know that the city is still falling at this point. If the ritual didn't went through, that's the one thing you are sure. If the ritual didn't go through, you're all doomed.
The
city
problem
will
is,
fall.
if we leave it too long, though, we could go out into outer space. So that's an issue.
Yeah.
Wait,
Do they need more energy? Is that like what, Ravani? What is wrong? Are they stuck? Do they just not have enough energy? Like, what is it?
Do you need just
Well-
blood? Because I can.
Yeah,
well,
we
can
can
do blood.
bleed.
Like,
well,
I'm not bleeding.
I am. I will.
do I actually know what's wrong, or
No, you don't.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
the extent of your knowledge, but you think someone might know. That is
Yeah.
the unconscious know. Right
Yeah,
over. to the side.
I'll just be like, I will be back, and I'm just gonna drag Vor back in.
Yeah. All right. You drag Vor back in. In the meantime, as you guys are discussing what to do next, you're still inside the statue, and with all your tries, you can't slide through the ribbon, the gray ribbons that are tied around the dragons. The dragons kind of sighs and just says, "It's no use. The ties, it's too strong. Even with the crystals you and he like the dragon kind of gently kind of unleash breath. As its breath unleashes, you can see that the grass on the ground turn crystallized when he or she breathed out the breath. And the dragon continues saying, "You will need to tell your friends that, as much as I hate to say this, one of them has something I need. And if he will be the only one to save us. But he will have to be willing to give it to us."
Who?
As you were asking the question, the dragon just like continues saying, "Find him. He's the key. The one who started all this. The one that can end this. Now go. And as with a gentle push, you feel your conscious back to your body, and you're seeing that your friends standing across the statue. And you also see that the ritual is being performed.
Okay, I'll just say like, who started this mess? Because they have to end it.
I'm just gonna look at the key.
Like it's like not my fault.
What? What do you mean by started this mess? What are you talking about? What did?
I had my mic up. I was totally pointing at Ravani. I was like, as soon as that came out, I'm like,
Oh, man.
It was the key. It's probably one of us.
I bet it was that psychopath, Bree.
Right.
She has murderous intent in her eyes. Just she can't be trusted.
Sure. Yeah.
Did anyone
Like-
heal Vor, by the way? It's like,
I'm just like tapping him on the side, like, wake up, idiot! Come on.
no, he's still unconscious. Yeah.
Does anyone do any of us have? Oh wait, do any of us still have any
Wait.
potions of healing or?
No,
believe so.
Tully can do a healer's kit.
I can. You want me to waste one?
Uh,
Because I will. Like, I'll do it.
Better
Like, yeah.
than a spell slot at this point.
Okay. Then yes.
if she
I will.
does, then I will try to assist her in doing that.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, with the healer's kit, he's back at 1 health point now.
All right.
I'll be honest, I was
Uh,
kind of tempted to stab that dragon in the neck.
I will say
Before-
with healer's kit is not enough to bring him back to his consciousness
No,
because
but that's my feet. I've got the healer's feet.
yeah,
and
I
it
know.
brings him back to 1 hit point.
However, it's not normal injuries, as you can tell.
Well.
Yeah,
Damn.
you
Wait,
try
wait,
to
wait,
you try to do the old-fashioned way to let out a little bit of blood, and ooh,
I'm finding
Really?
wounds, excuse me.
ooh, okay. So
Not so bad.
yeah, you let out a little blood, thinking that you might bring him back to consciousness. No, sadly no. For Sentinel, at this point, you realize that yeah, first you know exactly what this is happening because you were there. You were there when the first mythal has been built. You are the firstborn of this Warforged warriors, so you know exactly what is happening. And secondly, you know who is the one that should finish this.
Who would that be? Would that be me? Because I want to just, or is it someone else?
It's someone else, someone of a
Okay.
similar essence of yours. Similar. What is that annoying blink on the map? It's so annoying.
You're. Hold on. Okay. Okay, this is strange. I don't know who else is like me. Can I? Is it? Oh, wait. Who's this?
Hey, Sentinel, do you have
Yeah.
any idea?
Do you have any idea about who is responsible for all this? I wonder who.
Oh, I see the. I'm being massively pointed to a good hint here.
Yeah.
Do I know what exactly I need to do?
You don't know how to perform it, but you do know, like you will need to, well, 9 will need to use, what he has in order to save you all.
I I look at everyone. I just point towards this guy and say, he's the one to stop the ritual. Not stop the ritual, but to stop the falling.
Yeah.
Wait, wait. What 9? What did he do to
Yes.
start all
I
this?
don't know who the
It
fuck you
won't be
are,
his
but I'm
fault.
gonna fucking kill you if you don't stop the fallen city.
You were talking to 9? Okay. They were all in a ritual-induced coma. None of them can respond to whatever you guys are saying.
I'll give
Right,
Vor a bit of a
I'll
shake.
be
It's like,
slapping him.
Okay. You try to slap 9 on the chest? Like on the face?
Just everywhere, I guess.
Alright. As you slap 9 on the face, the core kind of shakes. As the core shakes, you feel the entirety of the space kind of shook like a loud like a really like harsh earthquake. Just one
Well,
shock,
yep, he's our guy.
but the entirety of the structure kind of starts cracking.
I
And-
look to the
Yours,
others.
wait,
I'm like,
wait.
this is not my fault.
I know. Yours.
I
It's not Nine's fault. This is his creator, and I'm like, he's a gnome. I can hold that up.
Okay.
He
Alright.
is responsible.
Alright, you gotta fucking give me something or something. We're
He's-
gonna die. Like,
He's
what the hell?
unconscious. Help me wake him up. I can't heal him.
Oh,
I'll
sure.
yeah,
I
I'll
can
like twist his nipples and cast lay on hands.
All right, with the magic energy flow through, he's like, "Ugh, what the? Why is there a hand on my nipple?"
Look, you fucking bitch. We're gonna die. Fucking give me something. I don't know what the hell. You're responsible for this.
What?
What
What are you talking about?
Falling. Stop it.
So you guys point him to the direction. As he sees that, he was like,
Yes, Stan?
"Okay, here's the thing. No,
Talk fast. No, not good enough.
What?
Yes.
What do
no.
you mean no?
I will not let my son die again."
He's gonna
No.
die once we splat into the ground.
Okay, then you can die first. And then he'll die anyways. So, are you a fucking idiot?
I
All right.
No, it's not the time to
I mean-
be a fucking child. Hurry up,
I-
man. What are you on about?
I mean I know I can kind of know how you feel, but
Do you know how I feel right now?
I've watched him die 9 times. I will not do that again. I will.
So we'll just call him 10 next time. No big deal. Come on.
You don't get it. If
He's
he
dead either way.
if he gives
I
his
don't fucking
essence
care.
to the statue, his soul will be lost. There won't be another time.
Can anyone give their essence to this fucking thing?
There is nobody else.
No.
Are you sure?
So with that, Sentinel, you do know
Yeah.
that like you do know why 9 is the key, because the cultists use him first as a conduit in order to kind of rise, kind of summon Mrakendorsa. That is why he is the key, and there is no replacement unless someone of a similar essence can took his place.
God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, but
Well,
that someone needs to be like, how should I put this? That someone needs to go through like the ritual in order to tie them together, so he won't fall. However, with that ritual, the one that hosts the ritual, the bishop, is now, in the ritual induced coma. You are not sure what you can do. But you think the gnome does.
I look towards the gnome and Sentinel just says, "Do you know how to do the ritual?"
Vor kind of looks at you for the first time. His eyes brighten for a second. He's like, "Yes, yeah, you,
Then bind me to the statue.
you will, with you, yes, with you we can, I can save my son. Yes, okay, I guess I'll do the ritual. I mean, it's not.
Sentinel, are you sure?
No. With
Oh, it's fine. Don't
two
worry
of them,
about it.
with two of them,
No, what-
none of them needs to die. I mean, it's like a
Alright.
shared
Yeah,
burden.
great plan. Okay, let's get started. Hurry
Yes.
up. We don't have fucking time.
All right.
For-
All right. What's your most powerful possessions you have? We need to use them to channel through the statue.
I have fuck all, cause I just fucking sacrifice it to Morkel, whatever the fuck asshole. Okay, what else we have?
Thunder sword down.
No. Not the,
I sort
well,
of start.
My loincloth down.
I start.
Okay.
I
My
start.
my
look-
possessions.
I start looking through my stuff to try and figure out what sort of thing might be powerful enough to fit what.
All right. The
he's talking
staff.
about.
The no. What's that thing? That familiar of yours, that could be used. And Vor is looking around. So the Thunder Sword, maybe,
Okay.
but you need to hold this. And Vor like just handed the Thunder Sword, the conduit, into Sentinel's hand, and you need to hold this, and do not let it go. And,
Yeah, he doesn't. He
he
holds it.
looks around, and you. He points at you, Viking. The sword.
What sword?
You want to die?
I'll pass over the.
You are the one that
dragon
said you were
dagger.
gonna die. The dragon dagger? No, just get that away from me. No, not that one. Your sword.
Fucking goddamn.
You will
I
get it
hate-
back, fucker.
I hate this place. I sooner let it fucking burn.
Well,
Let it crash to the ground.
Oh,
Just like
yeah.
kills
Well,
all.
Damn.
Well, then,
well,
well,
right,
can we get
well,
off?
right now it's 7. Well, yeah. Well, right now it's 7-1 on that right now. So
Okay, fuck. You can have everything I have. Who cares? Let's hurry up.
Oh, fucking god.
No, I need the dagger from you. That's the channel to the spirits that reside
Specifically,
in
what
the
the
statue.
fuck?
I'm like,
You guys will get
better
your
get
stuff
back.
back.
I will fucking hunt you to the fucking far ends of this world.
All right, Viking, we get it. Just hurry up.
Yeah.
I give him the sword
All right.
like
he
first
takes
because
the
I'm fucking
sword.
resentful of it.
All right. He takes the sword and like kind of plunge it into the. There is a kind of a crack onto the ground that perfectly fits the size of a sword.
Thought you were gonna say the dragon's butthole.
No, definitely not. That's right in.
Hey,
that,
why does
right,
this fit here?
Yeah.
Good. Woo.
Yeah. That's right next to the side of the. Sorry, not this. Why is this music?
I like the
Alright.
music.
Yeah, you guys are still in trouble, so this will be the right music. All right. So you plunged. He plunged the sword to Lorenzo's side, like the ground next to him.
Like, okay.
And
Stab
then,
Lorenzo.
no, definitely not. He put the dagger onto Bree's hand as she's holding dearly, and then he puts the conduit Tully's weapon onto the palm of 9, and then onto the palm of Sentinel. Sorry, and then Sentinel should stand next to 9, and then all right. He looks at you and Tully and says, "I need 1 drop of your blood."
I mean, I just like.
That's the final thing. All right. No, it should be fresh. And he pulls out from his pocket a needle and just point. do a one, like tiny like stab onto your finger,
And
and then smidge it onto the Alethea's forehead, and then he said, stand right next to her and hold her hands. And
Done.
all right, and
did Vor request my sort of familiar as well?
yes, he puts your familiar onto Nine's body.
Right.
All right.
I sort of say, well, little buddy, if this doesn't work and we all crash, it's been nice nice knowing you.
All right. Frederick was like, "You better let this work, or else we all die." Vor's like, "Shut up, I know." And then he
Who
starts.
fucking cares?
Yeah, he starts surrounding. Anyone who's not relevant, step back. And like, so that means Ruveni.
I'm like riding the fucking statue.
Yeah.
I'm going over here. I'm
Okay.
going on this.
Yeah. All right. So, by the way, when you go on that side, Cora is like, just waving, like purring on the floor, just like, scratching her head, pulling through, and just generally, feels bored. It's like, what took you guys so long? The dragon should be easy.
Everybody was holding me back.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Kind of sucks, doesn't it? Anyway, what are you guys doing?
I'm hoping this shithole falls to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to stop it. So
Oh no, don't stop
Eh.
it. Just destroy
I
it.
know.
Everyone
Exactly.
should die. And a valuable asset like you can have a higher places in somewhere else.
I agree.
What do you say? You agree? All right, let's get started.
Oh.
And Cora just leaps forward in order trying to rip the cord from Alethea first.
Okay, then no, she's getting a dagger, and I will bat this cat away.
All right, roll for attack.
I will stab this fucking cat.
Oh god, I don't have it. I'm just gonna
Just-
roll with my
just-
old dagger
it's
for
the
the
same.
moment.
It's the same. It's the
Yeah,
same.
and +1 to it.
Yeah, +1 to it. So 4. Oh, sorry. Plus. So 12, 13, right?
Mhm.
13 does not hit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do
So
I,
yeah,
do I
you
see-
can.
do I
You
see
you
this
definitely
happening?
see. All of you can make an attempt to try to stop Cora at this point.
Because I'm
I
gonna
will-
start shrieking at it to get the hell off. What is wrong with you, cat?
All right.
I'm
Viking
Right,
like
I'm
regrets
going-
it.
No, no.
I'm gonna
I-
throw. I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at Cora.
All right.
Damn
Viking.
it, Cora!
Yeah, Viking and Cat, you all miss.
Wait. Can I have sneak attack because I'm around the corner?
Yeah, because I didn't expect a friendly to attack. Like,
All right,
Oh,
all right,
no.
I know, but all right. I would say Ruveni's attack already hits. If you really want that sneak attack, I would say you have them. All right.
Okay.
So yeah,
wait,
Cora's
wait.
like
No,
looking
no.
at you hurt.
Wait. I'm not attacking Cora.
no.
I'm attacking Bree with the Thunder Strike.
All right,
I threw my mace at her.
all right.
and I'm
However,
doing the
that's a
whole
miss.
running.
That's a miss.
Yeah, but
you,
it should do the
It's a
AOE
sneak-
thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
you want to do a charge?
I'm fucking killing her.
All right. Nice.
I have vowed I'm killing her.
All right. In that case, your attack didn't land. However, let's see. With that, hold on. Let me just check. Ooh, why is everything open? Let me just check. All right, treasure. All right. Yeah, you have to hit. You were trying to make it have thrown property. Yeah, if the attack hits. So your charge. Yeah.
I mean, if you want, you can aim for the
Yep.
ground instead. Like technically, you hit. So. Oh.
Yeah. So you were trying to aim for Cora, and
No, I was aiming for Bree.
yeah. Sorry, you were trying to aim for
Stationary
Bree.
target.
The attack is a miss, and yeah.
Come on, she's paralyzed.
Yeah,
It
I
should be
know.
advantage.
She's paralyzed, but she has her armor and her magic items to protect her.
23?
No, 13.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, but
advantage. 'cause
paralysis.
Paralysis gives.
Oh,
advantage.
right. All right.
She's a
Wait,
stationary target.
I'm actually
Yeah.
gonna double.
Yeah, but
she's,
I'll
she's on the
protect
ground,
her.
right?
Yeah.
Wait, she's like lying down on the ground, so she's technically prone, and prone gives disadvantage to range attacks.
True. So.
And if
that
if
would
we're
be
also
a
saying she's
13?
paralyzed, so it's gonna
Yeah.
be it's
Even
gonna
out.
be like
It's
It
gonna
cancels
even
out.
out. Okay. So that's
Okay.
still a miss. Yeah. If that's the case.
Either way, I'm
Yeah.
hitting her again as soon as I.
Yeah, I know. Viking. The consciousness inside your body gently starting to subside. You feel you're back into the realm, and you're back into Merkel's realm. This time, instead of pushing it away, you kind of embrace it. You were sick of the city. You're sick of this entire situation that's come down upon you. You, instead of escaping the inevitable, you try to stab it through the heart. You enter the realm voluntarily. We will resolve you later on, but for now,
Next week. Okay, we're ending.
but for now, you guys
2
all
weeks in-
see. Sorry, you guys all see Viking. His like presence gently fades away.
Huh?
Like gently, just ever so slightly. It's like being banished, but it's like you can see the process of him getting banished. And he was like,
As
yeah, he reached down into his weaponry and gently fades into the darkness.
did I see him try to attack Bree?
Mm-hmm.
As
dropping the
as he
backbone,
does
yes.
as he disappears, and like right after I fireball
Mm-hmm.
fucking Cora in the
Yeah, in
face,
the
I
face.
sort of scream after Viking, you idiot!
And as you see, as you scream that out, you also see Viking just gently disappear into the shadow. Cora was like, "Yes, finally another one." Oh, and the fun
Cora,
is
what
over.
did you do to him?
No, I didn't do anything to him. He did everything by his own choice. That's the beauty of it. And for now, if you'll excuse me, the party is over, and I've done my final push. I'll leave you guys to your chores. Adios. And Cora actually
Come.
ducked
You
into
come.
the
Can
shadow.
I try and grab the cat by the scruff of the neck?
You can try. You can try. I would say you have a split second to do whatever you want. That includes.
Remember, she's like God mode level
Yeah.
deity, right?
I
she's
just,
like,
I still want to try because my instinct is that's a cat and I want to grab it by the scruff.
Okay, do it.
Tally doesn't know.
Yeah.
What do I roll for that?
Acrobatics actually, or sleight of hand. Ooh, a 30. Nice. All right.
Burn that
She's
legendary
kebab.
resistance.
Yeah. I would say that
Legendary resistance, which were saves but not checks.
Yeah, but not checks.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Yeah, I know. You grab the cat
that's
by
okay.
the collar. As you grab her with ease. However, she turns around with her face. You see her pupils now burning, with like snake-like, one-sided, like pupil, like staring right into your or right into your soul. Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh god.
Bow.
Before she hits me, I'm just gonna give back my friend.
Yeah, as you say that, the final consciousness that's you holding Cora, and then it's black. You all see Tully is like stunned at the right position, right before she grabbed the cat. You didn't see what's happening, but the cat just drops to the ground with ease.
I
then-
immediately run over to where Tally is.
All right. The Cora just just hums in a cheerful tune. I was like, burn, burn, everything burns. Yeah. Kill, everyone dies. And she just goes on and into her merry way and disappear into the shadow. Alright.
We're gonna get you for this. Just you wait.
Yeah. Alright. Tolly, roll me 3 consecutive wisdom save. Just
Okay.
3. No, all 3.
Oh boy.
All right. Vora's like, oh no. What have you guys been touring up with? I mean, this is more important. We don't have time for this. And he move over, is like scram and push Ruvani aside, and then just like slap Tali in the face, and then see it doesn't work, and then just start rummaging through his pocket, pulls out a potion and just like pours right into Tali's mouth. Tali, you take 5 points of acidic damage, but you're back to consciousness. It's like the potion burns, but it burns through the fog of mind and brings you back to consciousness.
What the fuck?
I'm just sort of.
We'll
standing over
talk
here,
later.
Sort of
Now hold her hand. We don't have much time.
are you talking to me or?
No, I'm not.
No.
For most of this, I haven't let go of Alethea. Like everything's
Yes.
been going one-handed.
Okay.
That
Everything's
is
one-handed? That's
Stabbing is
awesome.
one hand.
All right. You hold her real tight, and Vor just starts walking around, doing this weird kind of like movement as the rituals being performed. Like hand gestures. It's a combination of hand gestures as well as like footsteps, as well as like body movement, and you see the surrounding of the statue starting to each side of the sigils that were like carved into the statue is now burning and like lighting up as the final round. He walks about 3 round circles. As the final round is complete, you all feel like this pull, like trying to suck into your soul, like the kind of strong pull from the statue. And Vor just says, "Hold still, it's not for you. Don't move." And like you see, like partially of the essence is like starting to pour from Bree, the bishop, Alethea, as well as Nine. Their essence starting to be gently pulled from their body and into the statue. And then Vor walked next to Sentinel, and then just pulls out a chisel, and then just say, "Stick into the hole." And then he like just put the chisel onto one side of the wings and just crack open a small hole for you to put the conduit into it. As Sentinel, do you?
Yeah, I do it.
Yeah, you place your conduit into it, and I would like you to make a Constitution save when you do that.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay. I have +6. Let's go.
Yes.
Ah.
No, the first one, you don't feel anything. You feel this one drop of blood being poured into, or one drop of your essence being poured into the statue.
I do it again.
Yes.
That's
Alright.
better.
Yeah. So right now you feel like the balance is restored as you hold hands with Nine and its energy channel through you. You are not replacing him, but you were like sharing his burden. So with that check, you don't have to make any checks thereon. As your life energy pours in, the statue grows brighter and brighter as eventually the darkness that resides in the statue got pushed away from various parts of the of the statue's body. You see black smokes coming out from its mouth. Its eyes are like shoots out beams of black energy. As it's all resides, you feel this loud, like huge quake underneath as everything just kind of. Before you were like free falling, and then everything just comes into place at a stop. You feel this giant shake for the last time as the statue kind of filled with warm energy. And this time, the ribbons that were tied to everyone's core, it's not blood like red anymore. It's a pure white, warm energy that feeds back into everyone that's holding the core. For 9 and Sentinel, you are all back to full health. And as for Tolly, you are back to full health as well. Yes, and it feels like all your kind of tiresome, that the fight with the dragon, the mental stress when you first enter the city, when you first try to free Lavinia, it's all gone at this point. It's all washed away. For Rivani, you are on the side, and for yours, you two feel this general aura that wash away your tiresome, but you don't get full health back. You each get half of your health back. You each get your hit points back to your full, like half of your full health. Yeah, if that's clear. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. All right. And yeah, as the core feeds it back to everyone is glowing with that bright energy. The ribbon just kind of disappeared into the void, as the surrounding statue starting to the sigil starting to lights out one by one, and the statue kind of turns back into its normal translucent state. You are now all like, you can feel this giant burden off your shoulder. You now save the city from its certain doom. However, in doing so, you lost one of your friends as he tips over the edge. Yeah.
I immediately sort of run over to Bree to see if he's okay, to see if she's okay.
Bree just like, oh, so did we do it? Did it work?
Well, we're not all dead, so I'm gonna mark that down as a yes.
Oh, great. I feel energized, but I feel I need a rest. I don't know. It's a mixed feeling.
No kidding. You and me both.
And Bree just lies down onto the ground, like wide open, like do not care about any manners at all. Just like, yes. And Lorenzo just stands up. The bishop stands up and walks towards you guys and says, I couldn't thank you guys enough. I mean, if it hadn't for you guys, we would have been all dead, either by the dragon or by the bloody ritual. Thank you. By the way, where's the paladin? Where's the guy?
Yeah. About that. Yeah, like.
He's trying to get my sword back. Don't worry about it.
Like Viking and kind of went off the deep end and tried to stop the ritual, and
Cora did something to him. I'm sure of it. That cat's wrong.
I knew. Part of me knew in the back of my head that Cora that there was something up with her, but I should have acted on it. And now
you
now
can't
Vikings
save a
got off-
man who's over the deep end. Only he can save
Well-
himself.
Well, in any case, he's gone off to God knows where now.
Semi-sealed fate's still here, isn't it?
Yes, it's still plunged into the ground.
I'll walk over and pick it up.
All right. You try to lift it up. It's like just stuck right into the statue. It's like this gouge onto the ground. It's like it's sealed. And Lorenzo sees you doing that and says, "I think the sword also helps, like a lot. I mean." When we're in there, we feel this bright energy kind of sustain us, like from our fight within the dragon, within the statue. I think that's also part of the reason why your friends have gone into the deep ends. I mean,
It was protecting him too, and then he gave it
it
up.
was. I would believe so.
Well, I gotta go home.
Yes. I guess I'll send you all back to where you belong. But first, we need to get out of here. Hey, Frederick, come over here. Frederick's like hiding behind the statues, like the whole time is like, what the fuck? With the what the fuck on his face, the whole time is like, what the fuck? All right. So you mean this, right? And he pulls out the scroll, and he's like,
My hammer would be by Bree still, right? I didn't recall it.
yes, your hammer will
Yeah,
be
I'm gonna
by,
pick up his
the
hammer.
wall.
This is mine now. I made
Yeah.
this.
You can
this
it's
is my
a hammer. It's a hammer of Thunderbolt. You can see in the general belongings. Yes, you do see that. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna attune to it.
Yeah. All right. You will attune to
as
it
I-
later on, but for now,
As I typed earlier, I did also go to grab the bag of holding since
Yes.
he left it behind.
yes. So
Yeah.
you totally do that, and the sword is like the only thing that you can't seem to lift. The bishop just says, I think the sword is binded with the statue in some way.
It lives here now.
Yes.
Oh, how about this? I'll try. You know what? Never mind.
You want to give it a try? I mean, I think
I'll
it's
put my hand on it,
yeah.
but I won't try to like, you
Alright.
know, pull it out.
Yes, you put your hands on it. The handles are cool, like freezing cool. It's not
Right.
it's not like warm and vibrant like your Dragon Slayer before. It's like freezing cold. It doesn't
I'll
hurt
think
you.
about it for a sec. And I'll be like, no, this is not the right sword. I want my sword back. But I will use Viking's hammer in honor
Okay.
of him.
All right. So, you guys all gather around as Frederick kind of opens the scroll. As it opened, everything like kind of shines in bright light. For a second, it's too bright for any of you to see anything, and then eventually you found yourself back into the palace. Actually, the palace above the floor, and then with a mere flash, you're now on the street. It's like you were teleported twice, and then you were back on the street, the busy street, the once busy street. Now, most of the structures are damaged. As you look around, you notice that the bastions, the guardians of the city, are still pushing. Are now pushing away the horde of the monstrosities that was lured, that was attracted into attacking the flying city, and now the bastions are winning. All right. Alright. So, the streets are now better cleansed at this point. And what would you guys like to do?
Telepathically, and be like, I think I'm still wanted for attempted murder of you. We should probably do something about that.
That part has already been resolved, and the bishop kind of reach into his pocket, pulls out one of his staff that's like retractable into a small size. When he holds into his hand, it turns back into one like quarterstaff. He stomped the quarterstaff onto the floor, and there's a portal open up by you guys' side. You see a knight in shining armor just travel through the portal, carrying two of the bodies on his shoulder. If Viking were here, he would tell you that this is the knight Cyrax he met back into the temple of Lathander. The knight kind of walks towards you. Yours, I think you didn't, because he was the one that traveled with Viking before, and before you joined the party. So yeah, you probably haven't seen him before. He gently puts two body onto the side and just says, so that's been one hell of a trouble, but at least we get our old friends back. He looks around you and he pulls off his helmet that's been hiding his face. You notice that once he pulls off his helmet, you were staring at a man that looks identical to Viking. It's like if he grows like in age, he will be like
Viking's twin.
Yes, Viking. And the knight just says, "So where is Viking?"
I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's probably fucking dead.
He put his sword as the moment you say he's probably fucking dead. He raised his sword, his blade, right into your throat, like right towards your throat, and says, "Where
he disappeared?
Is
he disappeared? A cat god took him.
Yeah, it was a cat.
Like a literal cat.
Not really a cat. It's really more of a familiar.
Hi,
that,
by the way,
that
nice
this,
to meet you. I'm yours.
What that this warlock buddy friend of ours used to have a while back, and he kind of kept following us around, and now he may have kind of been a really bad influence on Viking. Please don't hurt us.
He stares at you for a second until a voice breaks the silence. Not from him, but from Alethea, actually.
I've been breaking the silence.
And Lavinia, they were the last. They were like from the last one that traveled through. When they did, the moment they seized this, they bowed down to the figure and says,
"Oh, hi,
Sovereign Solaris. It has been
Solaris.
Yes, it has been. What are you doing in the battlefield? You shouldn't have been here." Lavinia just continues saying,
Or
"You
maybe
should have gone."
Where the fuck are you?
Oh. So that's where that's why I found it familiar. Leonidas Salarius, or he goes by Sovereign Salarius, just continues saying, "Where is my son?"
You just say fucking Vikings your son.
I don't know. I'd like to find him as much as you would. He got taken.
Bishop Lorenzo walks up to Leonidas and just says, "My liege, if you may, we need to get back to the palace in order to seize control immediately. We can go track down your son later on, but right now the city needs you. The people needs you. The king, the rightful ruler. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
We
apparently.
know that from the day one. Yeah, and the rightful ruler of the city, kind of, looks at you in silent. Sentinel, you do recognize him because he was one of the adventurers that was in your time, travel to the city. He was also the one that helps the city defend the invading monstrosities that was laying upon you guys. But you never saw him later on because you were like
Destroyed.
yeah, frozen, more like it.
Frozen, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, he
So,
must be really old then.
no, it's like a similar face. You were assuming that maybe.
Oh, it's like lineage.
No,
kind of
it's
thing.
like maybe like 100 years or so. It's like
Ah, okay, yeah.
yeah, it's like the weird thing about it is he didn't seem to age. That's the thing.
Oh.
So how come he recognizes him but not Viking as the same guy? If they have the same face, apparently.
Yeah,
Well,
the image just starting to flow into your mind because
Yeah.
it triggers the body, the
Yeah.
armor, the gesture.
It was the crown that,
Yes,
you know.
the crown as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
No,
It's
he
like, it's like
wasn't.
the glasses, you know?
Yeah,
For
no.
Sentinel, he wasn't wearing a crown before, but you do recognize him by his pose, like a beacon of hope, like a
It's
beacon of light.
like Viking wasn't giving off the same
Yes,
aura
aura
as a
is like
ruler,
a
so I didn't.
Yes.
But Sentinel didn't really think about it.
Yeah, the image starting to flow through your mind at this
Yeah,
point. Yes. Sovereign Solaris just sighs and says, I gave up on them once. Do I have to do it again?
Yeah, probably.
Uh,
Who's them?
the bishop kind of just says, but look around, my liege. If you don't end this, if you don't seize control of the city, there will be no tomorrow for us. And
Yeah, where the fuck were you? Everything's gone to shit in your fucking absence.
and at this point, Alethea just before Leonidas was about to respond, quite angrily actually, Alethea just leaps onto one of the bodies two of the bodies on the ground and says, "Father," and she just holds tight of the body that's on the ground. She flips him around. You see, Sovereign Blackfeather was on the ground, and by his side, Tully, you don't know him. None of you actually recognize him. He's just a generic looking elf. You would expect him to be more of a handsome side, but no, he's just
Well, what a generic looking
normal looking
I'll
elf.
hit the deck
Yes.
beside her and just make sure they're like, oh,
Yes, and
Okay.
the other figure, you turn her around. You notice what she looks like, and because the doppelganger showed her face before, that is the queen.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So
yeah, so I'll
Leonidas
start looking after them.
Leonidas was like,
Whoa, another doppelganger.
Yeah.
No.
I wouldn't know.
Because I'll flinch first, like, oh shit.
no doppelganger can avoid my sight. As he says that, you notice that his pupil turned a flash of white light for a second. Yes.
That's neat. Can
Yeah.
you teach me how to do that?
He looks at you and just says no.
Specialize.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Yeah. And he just continues saying, "All right, I can entrust you with all of them, since you are my right hand person. You are my counsel."
Totally.
He just says to the bishop and just says, "I will go back and take back what's rightfully ours. In the meantime, help them. Though I'm not sure all of them deserves my help." Yeah. He especially looks at you, yours. like stares.
Look, man, I don't want to fucking be here
and he
anymore.
turns
I
around
just
and
got.
just walk away.
I don't even know why I'm here. I
Yeah.
want to go fucking.
As you
home.
are yelling, I don't even know why I'm here. The king just walks away. Yeah.
I see where
I-
Viking
I
gets his
saw-
attitude from.
Yeah.
I sort of, I
Man,
sort
what
of,
a
Yeah.
great king
I-
you guys got.
Yeah.
I sort of, I sort of wave
So-
after him, sort of trying to be
Fucking
friendly. It was
loyalty.
nice meeting you, Mr. King, sir. And then did Vor get teleported here with us?
Yes. As
Yeah, and
as like despicable as a person he can be, he is a father trying to protect his son. And the bishop
Okay,
actually
so-
took him with you guys because he is also one of the grandmaster in Arcadia, the magic that controls the city. Yeah, and he might be useful one day. Yes. And
So
yeah.
So while we're sort of I'll sort of go to Vors at this point, sort of just talking to him. So Vors, how are you and Nine doing over there? You guys okay or?
Nine was like, he's not my father. Vor was like, you are my son, no matter what. Yes. Nine just shook his head and just started walking away. Walking towards you guys, and yeah, start helping
Uh,
clear the rubbles. Yeah. So, yeah.
And
Mhm.
as Nine sort of walking away,
Mhm.
I'll sort of turn back to Vors and I'll sort of say, so now that we're not in danger of falling to our deaths, if you have some time later on,
Mhm.
there's actually something I wanted to talk to you about that I've been really curious about for a while now.
Vor just like, I guess I owe you guys that much. Hell, I owe the city that much. But maybe we should clear through, help the refugees. You know,
Yeah,
help those injured in battle. Then we can talk.
yeah, sure, no problem. Help first. Got it.
Alright. So you guys, like now from now on, it'll be a downtime. We'll discuss that on the later session. But for now, you help clear the city of rubbles, and help the injured soldiers of the bastions, and help the guys who are like still clinging up the remaining of the hidden monsters that are troubling the town. However, like it's as time goes by, you kind of spend about 5 days in order to reclaim the city. Not just fighting off the monsters, but also helping the wounded and rebuild the city as well. So the reconstruction is still ongoing, but you cleared the city and restore it back to its peace. And I would say everyone's back to their full health. Every resources they have, they got it back. And you guys can think about what will happen during the downtime, which Riveni already told me what she plans to do. And I urge you guys can do the same as well. And there's another thing we need to discuss. So as for Viking's story, it's because sadly he will be leaving us by the end of July. So there will be one session, half a session next time dedicated to how he fought Velen in the realm of Merkel. So be prepared, Viking. I would say you get a replica of Semi-Sealed Fate. Yes, as you enter the Dark
Okay.
Realms.
Or you can
Yes.
pick up my sword while you're in his realm.
Yeah, or that. However, he's
Yeah.
not a dragon.
Sort of like a dark replica or something like that.
Yes, sort of like that.
Yeah.
And I would say Korra
like
will
in
be your
Transformers.
familiar joining that battle. We will see in the end what she turns out to be. So yeah, but you guys, next time it's not just Viking. You guys, it's just that I will probably spend the first 10 or 20 minutes like introducing Viking into the Dark Realms, well, Mirko's realm, and having him fight through with Valen. Yeah, so
It deserves a good showdown. It'll be a
Yeah.
good show.
yeah,
Sounds
Yeah.
sounds like
So,
that'll
yeah.
be something to see.
like it's
You
really.
level up.
It's I know real life happens to be in the way, so yeah, it's kind of sad to see you go, Nathan. You've been a great player the whole time, so adios, and thank you for that. Thank you for being great. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So now will be a good time to pause the session. I know it's a bit early, but we can talk about what you guys might have wanted to do during this downtime because it takes some thought. I will give you guys about a month or so during this downtime to either regroup, gather your strength, or learn something new, or pick up something new. But in the meantime, you guys all leveled up. Viking, you're now level 10, as you're kind of more advanced into the Dark Realms, and yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so with Stefan, Kat, Farco, and Justin, you guys are all now level 9 at this point.
All right,
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah. So I would say in experience-wise, you are now near 55,000 experience when you're in level 9. Yes.
Just when it was getting good, level 10 is when I got Aura of Courage, and nobody
Yes.
was afraid. That makes you immune to fear.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Good
But
thing
yeah,
for fighting a death god.
yeah,
Yep.
it's good.
You know what's really good for fighting a dragon god? A fucking dragon slaying sword.
Yes, it would have been good if someone didn't.
Hey,
throw
like when
it.
I said I threw it back, I didn't mean that I wanted to throw it into the blood. I just meant to like sort of have it disappear.
I
and
asked
reappear
like
back in my hand.
numerous times. You sure you want to do this? You sure you want to throw it in? You said yes. Every time.
Yes, but I
asked.
didn't mean to fucking sacrifice my goddamn sword to the. I don't
You
understand.
don't know the
like, why?
consequences. That's why. That's why. Consequences happen.
But why would that even happen though?
Level 9 is absolutely awesome for a paladin, by the way.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
my paladin, anyways. I get Bestow Curse,
Yeah.
which I have the option of disadvantage on all checks and
Mhm.
saving throws made by the
Mhm.
target, or disadvantage on all attack rolls against me, or
Nice.
it must make a wisdom save at the start of its turn. If it fails, it does nothing.
Mhm.
Your attacks and spells do an extra 1d8 necrotic damage.
Mhm.
Blah, blah. You may
Yeah.
choose a different effect, but it has to be as powerful as above. And like at
Mhm.
level 7th or 9th level spell slot, which Pally doesn't get,
Yeah.
it lasts for up to 24 hours.
Which is great. Like all
Yeah,
the auras paladins get are awesome.
Bestow. No, this is a spell, Bestow Curse.
Bestow curse. Okay.
When you that wisdom save one,
Mhm.
if you fail, it doesn't mean you get rid of the curse for a minute. Every time you fail your wisdom save, you do nothing. So like as a caster, you just stand there.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like a
Interesting.
crazy.
Pretty cool.
All right. All right. I'll just say this again. So if anyone, everyone can roll for their health. If it's lower than average, you can take the average, but you can only roll once. Yes. As they level up.
It is exactly average, so that's good.
Okay. Exactly average. Okay. Then you take the average. Oh, by the way, Viking, the semi-seal fate will be a +2 weapon now because the second shield is like broken.
Okay.
So just mark a +2 weaponry on attack and also damage. So yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit, boys! I'm the new paladin in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, looks like it.
man. Maybe I should retire poor Tali to Lux and give us a cleric or something.
Yeah. If
No,
you
no,
wish
no!
to do
Don't
that,
worry
it's
about
up
it.
to
I got you, man.
But
I'm
Yeah.
everything you need.
I would
Just thought I'd
say
get, like,
at
secret-
this point forward, I can create a character later on in order to aid you if you really need a cleric that bad. He will be a
Nah, that
he'll be a
sucks.
solely like healing machine in order to help you. Or you guys can keep your formation, or you guys can create new characters, like Tali said, because her personal goal at this point is
Yeah,
resolved.
she's
Yes,
pretty,
she found her family. Her story at this point has come to an end. But it's up to you. Like, you can still venture on if you like.
Yeah, I'll have a think about it. Cause
Yes.
yeah, that's what do I want to do with her?
I'll be like. Yeah, I wanted to ask Tali, like, how are you doing? Sort of everything's good, like,
Kinda
you know,
we're settled now. I feel like she's kind of got a mission to find her friend now because
Yeah.
she doesn't know the Viking got taken. That's
Yeah.
probably going to be.
Yeah, if she really wants
more
to,
like
yeah,
enjoying.
she could have. That
She
could
should
be a
stay with
strong
Solaris.
emotional anchor, you know, to try to
Yeah.
retrieve their friends. Yeah, ever since the
Hmm.
beginning. Yeah, which is good. Anyone think of their downtime activities? We can throw ideas around. I mean, I've been thinking there will be a huge festival, because the Gemini Festival has been postponed due to first the doppelgangers, now the monstrosities. People have no time to celebrate, so there will be a celebration next week. On
Nice.
on Lux. Yeah. So
is there any way to get my sword back?
well, I will
Or like
say
a new sword?
I will say you can, if you want a new sword, you can ask the artificers in the city. There's tons of artificers in the city. You
They're
can
assholes.
request their help. You haven't met them all. Gnomes probably, but there are still human artificers. You just don't know where to track them. And luckily, Vor will be a really good channel to talk to them. Yeah, since he is the Grand Master of Arcadia. So yeah.
Also,
It's
I have
one
some
of the
fucking
Grand
plate
Masters.
armor. Shit.
Yeah. Oh, and you guys have enough money. That is true.
Mhm.
You're lucky I dropped the bag because I had all of the group gold.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yes.
3,000 gold in my,
Yeah.
or 13,000 gold.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
by the
what?
way, Viking, your shield is back to normal. The
Oh, okay.
Is it
+1
streamed?
shield. Just remember to mark that into your AC. You will need that in the future. Yeah. So the city, like I said, city is filled with artificers. If you want to track them down, you can ask War. He will arrange that for you, or he can help you build whatever you want, as a token of thanks because you help him redeem himself, sort of. As well as if you want to find your old pal, you can always go to Arcadia or Temple of Lathander in order to request them to do a ritual in order to see where it's like gotten itself into, like the altar
Yeah,
of Merkel
sure, I
or
think
where it's been located. Yes, you can totally do that.
Yeah, I think it would
Yeah,
be good.
for Ruveni, as per your study, you can spend, I would say each week I'll have you roll something in order to see if you can study. Combining with your tome of construct creation, you can try to create the stuff you want to create. But it will cost
Alright.
you some significant amount of money, and I would just say with the concept that big of yours, it probably won't go through because it's a huge concept. Yeah. But you still have the time to create it during the duration and then finish it later on.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, All right, we'll see how that
Yeah.
pans out then.
Yeah, cool. Sentinel, I'm not sure what you want to do at this point. I would say because you were talking to me about the memories and all that, we can talk about more later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
I-
actually are gonna talk.
Construct, he listens to people. If you
Yeah.
ask him, hey, what you want to do, he's just gonna tell, what do you want to do?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we
Like-
can talk about that later.
Yeah.
Or
like-
now if you have an idea. It's up to you.
Sentinel, Sentinel, come with me. You're my child, aren't you?
You
Hmm.
give birth to
You,
a
like,
stone structure.
regaining more of like his memory and realizing, hey, I am actually, well, I'm to the king, not you.
Oh, don't
Although-
be like that. Yo, you're my
I-
friend. Come on. Let's
I
go.
do appreciate that you helped me, and then I bet you're just dragging him already, so he just follows.
Yeah.
Hey, do you like to drink? Not sure what it's like for you guys.
Yeah, construct. Do they drink or not?
They don't need to, but I
Good question.
think they can.
Yeah.
More importantly, are you a construct that is anatomically correct?
Actually, no,
Aha.
I'm not.
I was
I know,
wondering
I-
that. When
Light
you
sleep,
hear when
yeah.
you said he must blah blah blah, like when yours was in the having hallucinations there,
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, are you anatomically correct to be defined as a he?
That's a fair point.
Yeah, that's
Well,
a
I
good
don't
point.
see,
I'm
like,
anything you want me to be. It's 2018. I'm as fluid.
Oh my.
Gender fluid. Yes.
You're a giant dildo. I got it.
Anything you want it to be.
Yeah.
Let's get you some hand attachments.
Yeah.
Go gadget.
Yeah.
Don't-
Go gadget. Oh man.
Go, go,
That was so old. Oh my god.
Vibrator.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Robin, can I actually head out early? You know,
Yeah,
there's
sure.
something I have to prepare for,
Yeah,
right?
for the afternoon, me and
Yeah,
Justin, we
after,
have other sessions to continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I will be on the player
Oh,
seat.
we do
Looking
too.
forward to
have
that.
other sessions as well. There's
Yeah.
fucking astronaut.
Yeah. You guys have fun, so I'll be heading out as well. If
Alright.
if you guys think of anything during the week, feel free to throw me a message. We'll
Yeah,
talk about
so-
more later.
I might
When-
talk to you about retiring Tali.
Okay.
When is the next session?
Next week we still have one. It's
Okay.
the 14th and
It's
15th.
next.
There's none.
Okay.
Unless anything happens during next week. Anyone has anything going on next weekend? No. If not, then we'll
Actually,
proceed.
on the 8th, I will be out of town.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
That is cool. So you know what? Just message me what Sentinel wants to do, and yeah, or talk to me what he wants to do.
Yeah,
And
sure.
Isn't-
yeah.
Isn't
Oh,
isn't the 8th on a Sunday?
Yes, 8th is.
He's
Sunday.
a day
It's a-
ahead of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for us
of course.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Sorry.
For us,
Right.
it's Sunday. Yes.
Right. Never ignore me then.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's all good.
Oh, good. Yeah. Cool.
I guess quick heads up on the subject of leveling. I'm actually gonna go with animate objects as my brand new 5th level
Okay.
spell.
Okay.
So
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
that'll be interesting
That'll
to
be
try
cool.
out.
Yeah.
And I was actually also planning on swapping out Thunderwave and putting in Chromatic Orb instead.
Okay.
Nice.
Just
Because that's-
remember
that's
that it will consume like money whenever you use it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
wait,
about
it
I
does?
think it's 50 gold piece or 100.
Ugh.
Yeah. Whenever
Oh,
each time
are
you
you talking
use it.
about the-
Yes.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
the material cost, right?
Yeah.
right.
So just remember to take that in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time you use it.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Um,
I won't. That's the thing about choosing spells. So I won't have you to really have the materials on the spell book, but instead I will say, okay, you reduce the same amount of gold out of your account in order to cast that. Yeah. So yeah, that will make casting spell easier, in my opinion. But the result is if anything that requires extra money, you had to pay up for that. Yeah.
The thing is if it consumes
Yes.
the money, if it consumes the
material.
item,
Yes.
it requires money.
Yes.
But if it says you need a gemstone, but
Yeah.
it doesn't consume it,
Yeah.
it's like whatever.
If there's no value on the spell, then like gold pieces value, then it doesn't cost anything. Yeah. So yeah.
And
Well,
apparently
some spells are like, oh, you need something worth this much gold, but
Yes.
it's not like.
The key is consumes.
Yeah. Consumed.
Like if you do revivify
Mm-hmm.
or any of the resurrections, it says
Yeah.
you need
Yeah.
300 gold in gems and it
Diamond.
Which is
consumes that.
consumed later on. Yeah. When the ritual is complete.
Um. Okay, so apparently
Usually,
Chromatic Orb is
most games don't care about that, but
Mhm.
that's
I know, but that's what separates some spell selections from another.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
uh,
Yeah.
Chro-
Makes it
Chromatic
interesting.
Orb.
It's literally the OP spells, right? That
Yeah.
you need that.
Yeah.
Oh, or things that can drastically change the game, even
Mhm.
though it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Like the divination stuff. The divination is crazy if you use it properly, but it costs money.
Yeah. Like foresight or spells like scrying. Those are sometimes can be game changer because it reveals vital information regarding
Yeah, that's like it's
stuff.
it's also
ask the
supposed to
DM
it,
a direct question.
Your party doesn't
Yes.
have like thousands of gold saved up because
Mhm.
what usually ends up happening is like you guys keep hoarding your gold and it's like,
Yes.
oh, well, apparently this spell costs like a couple thousand
Yeah.
gold. Oh, we
Until
gotta
the
put
right
it in.
moment to use them, which is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like later on when you leveled up higher in the, spectrum, you will have more like lesser need of attack or, special magic weapons, but more lean into, spells that could aid you in the future. So yeah. Actually, the last time
Unless-
me and Justin were in the group that played Curses of Strahd, which our DM is kind enough to grant us the ability to build our own fortress, which is rather
yeah.
amazing. Yes, we found
Yeah.
a plane of ourselves. Yeah, and we.
Awesome.
Wait, Robin. There's actually a thing I want to ask. Have you ever found out what Alexander built?
No, sadly. Alexander is one of our paladin
For-
guy, and
For like half a year, he's like, "This is my secret project. I will reveal it to you," and then he never did.
yeah, yeah. We can grill him today.
I bet that's
guess.
gonna come back in the sequel campaign. It's gonna be like,
Yeah.
"What the hell is this?" And then it's like the sacred place of Alexander, and I'm gonna be like,
or
Really?
or
We
the
saw this
torture
now?
room. Yeah, or the torture room he secretly built. Yeah, but
"It could be anything at this point." Yeah.
But that's one of the ways you might came across to spend your money on. Depends.
Fortress. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
We have like how many treants that are guarding around the fortress?
I believe 3.
Yeah,
yeah.
we have 3. We planted like this
Yeah.
magic item, which is the seeds. You plant it on the ground, water it, and then it grows into a random thing.
Yeah,
We got treant thrice.
yeah,
So we have
yeah.
big hulking trees like
Justin
walking
rolled
around.
really well 3 times, so yeah, we just got 3 treants helping us.
Although they didn't really help with anything, to be honest, only for one counter.
Well, it's fine. They're there
might-
for show.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're there.
yeah. That's cool.
Enough about our campaign.
Yeah,
I gotta go. So
yeah.
yeah,
Later.
Robin, you know I'm doing. See ya.
All right, and I will
Alright,
also see
well,
you guys
actually, is that
later.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Cool,
Anything
thanks.
you want to talk about? If not, I'll wait for you guys to message me whatever you want later on. For Tolly, for Kat, if you really want to swap out Tolly, the new character shares the same level of the previous character, and
Nice.
your possessions. I want to say they kind of disappeared, but more like they
That's
carry
fine with
on
me.
to your next character.
Yeah.
They kind of you just hand them over to your next character. Yeah. So cool.
That the protection cleric is
Mhm.
actually, if you look at the domain
That's
spells
so
that they
good.
get,
Yeah.
they get so much stuff that's not a cleric,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like so fun to play because
Yeah.
you're just this defensive beefcake.
Uh-huh.
Just
And you
sit
wanna
on
be in the
that,
thick
think
of things.
about it.
Just full
Yeah.
tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
And the divine channel divinity is just
Mhm.
so weird.
Mm.
You cast it on somebody, when they take damage,
mm-hmm.
they just burst into radiant damage doing
Yeah.
2d10 plus the cleric's level.
Yeah.
It made me think of the Mass Effect, like
Mhm.
electrical armor that detonates every time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
It's so good.
Yeah.
That wiki's really good at I didn't even realize there was a bunch
Mhm.
of stuff from Planar Shift, like a strength domain cleric. I've
Mhm.
never heard of it until
Nope.
I went to this page.
Yeah.
It's so good to have everybody listed.
True.
Tempest is really strong for like if you want to
Mhm.
be an offensive caster.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Um,
'Cause, yeah,
I
it's
think just
so many
find the one that
storms.
most fit your style. Like,
Is it-
Yeah.
Tempest makes me feel like a druid.
yeah.
Oh.
True.
Well,
Which
and
would be
that one's
fun.
really weird because you want to be hit,
Yeah.
right? Because the
It's
reaction.
sort of like
you do damage-
barbarians, you know, just taking hits and like just spews out damage when someone's around them. Yeah.
Well, like the protection domain at level 1, you automatically get that. If someone else is attacked, you can impose disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Built into the class, they have their channel divinity is that
Mhm.
thing where they burst into radiant damage. Blessed healer is the thing that the life clerics get. So every time you heal somebody, you gain healing as well.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So it's like this weird combination of defensive, offensive.
Mhm. all together, which is good.
Yeah, and then you get Taluk's resilient sphere.
Mm-hmm.
Just hamster ball your way around the map,
Yeah.
like.
Just like hit and run.
I'm not
so
a
hard to
huge
get hit.
fan of Guardian of Faith, but
Mhm.
that's just me. It seems very underwhelming at this level, though.
Yeah.
At level 4, because that's like
Mhm.
any hostile creature within 10 feet of you, or any within the Guardian, must pass a Dex save.
Mhm.
It takes 20 radiant damage on a failed save or half damage on success. The Guardian vanishes once it deals a total of 60 damage.
Hmm.
60 damage is
Nice.
not a whole lot now.
Mm.
Yeah, at this level, yeah.
Yeah.
You may
but
as well do
still,
Guardian
it's
Spirit,
something. Yeah, it's
And it's
something.
AoE.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think Guardian. Oh no, you know what? Guardian isn't concentration.
Hmm.
And it lasts for 8 hours. So
Yeah.
just put it in a
Just put it
doorway.
in the zone and just have it do damage anyone that comes in.
That's nice.
What you guys need is was it the tiny hut? You need
Liam
a
has a
hut.
tiny hut, yes.
Liam,
Oh yeah.
Or
Or
well, in the
Mortal
future,
Finance
if you
as
have,
well?
in the future, if you have the ability to pick it up, maybe Modern Kindness Magnificent Mansion, which would be great if you travel along. But it's an 8th level spell, so just wait.
hut is 6.
It's a bit,
Or sorry, 3rd.
6 or like 8. I
3rd
can't remember.
level. No, it's 3rd.
yeah. Liam has tiny
I
hut.
don't know.
It's
Yeah, it's a
I
3rd
think
level.
it's a 4th or 3rd level spell. 3rd? Just
3rd.
search the compendium. Tiny hut.
It's under tiny hut,
Yeah.
not Lehman's.
Yeah, there's no
Sorry, yeah.
there's no name. It's a 3rd level ritual evocation.
Yeah.
Evocation, yes. All right, cool. I'll leave you guys to it. Yeah. See you guys next week. Bye.
See ya.
All right.